There are 5 main ways to challenge the validity of a will. One is that you're alleging the testator did not have the correct testamentary capacity, that they didn't know and approve the contents of their will. It could be that they've been unduly influenced to change their true intentions to something else because somebody's coerced them to. There could be some kind of fraud or forgery involved, or there could be a technical failing in the way that the will has been executed. So they're the 5 main reasons or grounds to challenge a will's validity. A common misconception is that an unfair result in a will must mean that it's invalid, which isn't true at all. It's just what the testator wanted. And sometimes that's a really difficult pill to swallow. But it doesn't mean that somebody's made them change their mind. It doesn't mean they didn't have the capacity to make their own decisions or approve the will. It's just that that's what they wanted to do. Under testamentary freedom, that's their right. And, you know, when people come to us to ask about challenging a will, because the last one, they feel there's an issue with it for whatever reason, the main consideration is, well, what would have happened prior to this will? So if you are successful in establishing that the last will was invalid, the position goes to the will before. So the first question I ask is, well, what would you have benefited from the previous will? And if that is not as much as the last will that you're challenging, there's no point challenging the last will because you're worse off. You know, if there isn't a previous will, so there's one will that you're challenging and there isn't a will before that, then it will be dealt with by the rules of intestacy. So how do you benefit under those rules? If you're a child and you've got 3 other siblings and there's no other spouse or any other relatives, it would be a 4-way split. So that might make you better off. It might make you worse off. So you have to look at the history to ask, well, you know, what would you have benefited if by a previous will, if you're challenging and not successful in challenging the latest will?